to the First Gen All-In Experience.
Hey guys, welcome to First Gen All-In Experience. My name is Beyonce Russell. I am Vice President of First Gen Connect and All-In Democracy. Today I have with me, if you could introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Hayden Kirkard. I am a senior here studying healthcare administration and marketing, and then I'll be pursuing my MBA here with the healthcare administration concentration, and I'm currently serving as our student body president.
Congratulations on your recent move.
Thank you.
I just want to talk to you about what do you think are the biggest challenges, and I know we're coming in hot. My first question is, what do you think are the biggest challenges college students face when it comes to voting?
Yeah, so, we have such a diverse student population here. Not every single student is from Cleveland, Mississippi, of course. So there is that barrier of going and voting at your polls in your hometown. And especially for out-of-state students, that does not really look like a realistic task during the week and everything with classes and all their other obligations. So having to go out and do the research to find out how to do a mail-in ballot, and that's different for every single state, so it's difficult for us to be able to assist and engage with every single student from all the different states that we have here at Delta State to make that process easier. Because I know for myself, being from South Carolina, it took a lot of research to figure out how to get that mail-in ballot, because it's something that's not very direct and straightforward whenever you look it up. So that is definitely a large barrier for our students.
I agree. Also, voting absentee, all of that kind of plays a role, I think, because most people think, oh, if I want to go vote, I can just vote anywhere. Or,
right.
I know when I first started school, I'm also a senior. When I first started going to school, I was in Jackson. So, the first time I was not able to vote, when I just thought about just doing it, that's when I learned that, this has to be something that has to be pre-planned. Do you feel that voting systems are designed to neglect certain demographics? For example, college students or social and economic groups?
I think that we're constantly working to be more accessible and open with our voting systems to include more from the history that was very exclusive and limited. I do think in the recent year or so that there are things being brought up by certain areas of government that are threatening to start to put more barriers in place for different demographics. That is a little bit scary because we want voting to be accessible and open to all.
Okay. What are some barriers that prevent college students from registering to vote?
Exactly kind of what I spoke of before, just people being from various different places. The registration process looks a little bit different in each of those. I think that registering is a lot easier than actually going to vote, and a lot of times because everybody can just go online and do that. I think there's just a lot of word of mouth that needs to happen, especially on a college campus, to inform people that it is that easy.
It is very easy.
I think if students really understand the importance of voting, then it would encourage more to not just kind of walk by and say, yeah, but not truly be registered. Because I think a lot of people, they of course pay attention to the presidential elections a lot of the times.
But there's other things that lead up to that.
Yes.
You have to vote on a local level.
Yes, and those local elections, people a lot of times do not realize how close those elections are. There are multiple that are within 10 votes of each other across Mississippi as a whole and across the United States as a whole. So your vote truly, really, really does matter in those races, and just explaining that to people can help them understand the importance of their voice and their vote.
Do you think peer influence plays a role in motivating students to vote or discourages them?
I definitely think that peer influence has a big role, because if you have multiple people around you explaining that importance and emphasizing that you need to go vote and staying on top of you to ensure that you did go vote and reminding and stuff like that, I know it would definitely encourage myself to go out and vote versus if you have people all around you that have the mentality of, oh, it doesn't matter.
It's not going to count.
Not to say, exactly. Then I know as an individual would be more influence in the other way. So I definitely think peer influence plays a role.
what could motivate college students to be interested in local or state elections? Do you think?
So this is actually a great opportunity to talk about an event that I'm currently planning between the Student Government Association, Mississippi Votes, and Phi Beta Sigma Incorporated, is that we are having a voting symposium next Wednesday called D-State Get Out and Vote. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be at 12 o'clock in the cafeteria multi-purpose room. And the reason that this has not been super pushed out yet is because we did just have a local election on April 1st, and we just found out our new mayor and boards, which is really exciting. And we have reached out to them and are awaiting a response, hopefully by today or tomorrow, to get them to come speak to our students. Because we at this event, because we believe that, yes, bringing in students to teach them, how to get registered to vote, where to go to vote, the laws of voting are all important, but actually hearing from elected officials about their campaign experience, the things that now that they're in this role, they impact and all this kind of stuff, it might teach more students the importance of going out there and voting, because these people have a lot of roles in their communities that they might not realize if they don't have that direct experience speaking with them. And a lot of students aren't going out of their way to go to a Cleveland town hall perhaps, but they might come whenever they're right there on their campus.
I agree. Having connections to actually talk to these people would definitely influence them to go out and vote. Because at first you probably put these people on a pedestal of saying, oh, I will never meet these people, or I'll never get a chance to talk to these people, but actually having people to come and speak to them and encourage them and let them know what their job actually is. Would make a big difference.
Right. And even people who don't get to vote in Cleveland local elections, a lot of our students are not Cleveland locals in the sense of registered to vote here. Mm-hmm. I think it's also just very important for their voices to still be heard and have that opportunity to speak, because Delta State is such a integral part of the Cleveland community, and we definitely work hand in hand. Well, I know we did have laser tag come on last year, and that was a big hit for me. I do love some laser tag, so that was a really big one. My freshman year, we had a hypnotist and a magician come onto campus, and it genuinely was not super well attended, but the people who attended it absolutely loved it. So then whenever a hypnotist was brought on this past semester, it was really exciting to see it be more well attended, but it was because there were a lot of upperclassmen there that don't normally show up to on-campus events because they remembered that hypnotist coming their freshman year and how great that was, and came and brought some of the younger students here at Delta State and was like, you've got to see this. This was amazing last time. And it ended up being a hit to the point that the word went out more, and they're like, we want this to come back again. So I think just capturing those events that were a really great hit, and being able to let that word of mouth travel and spread and bring that back can also be a really great opportunity to create larger attended student events.
Trying to get this out, this voting stimulation come up here is trying to get it out and really let people who have kind of influence on campus, trying to get them to
even
talk it up.
Even having students who maybe have graduated and still work on campus and everything, or what are some events that you saw be really, really popular back in 2018 or 2019 at Delta State before this generation of students have been able to see and experience? Mm-hmm. We can ask to get some of the ideas flowing as well.
That's why I like your suggestion of trying to get everybody together, kind of like the bonfire. The bonfire was a really good event, and a lot of people showed up, and it was great turnout. But I feel bringing stuff like that, like you said, the hypnosis was a big thing for you. I think when I first went to my first silent party, or when I got a chance to do casino night, that was actually really fun.
So I did enjoy some casino nights. I got quite good at deal in blackjack.
I was like, oh my God, I think I saw you.
But exactly as you mentioned with the bonfire, I think having that out there for the first time. I know that was the first time I had been out on the golf course in that sense, and I just didn't even realize the opportunity there was to have things like that out there. And I think that really showed students that you can do things like that, and then the next time something like that happens, that word of mouth will travel even more.
It's going to be even larger. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming to our podcast, and congratulations once again on your nomination.
Thank you. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to have a second term. I think that whenever I was going through the decision process, if I really wanted to go for it and run again, I went and spoke with the last two SGA presidents about it actually, and they told me, Hayden, if you have the opportunity to do it, because a lot of people don't, because a lot of people are doing it within their last year at Delta State, take it, at least try, because you come into your term, it's only a year, so it goes by like that. And a lot of the times you're doing the work, but you're also trying to figure it out all at the same time. And something that I'm really excited about and feels really special about being able to do this again is I kind of know what I'm doing now going in. So I feel like it's going to be able to be very impactful. And I'm very excited for that.
And yes, you have a lot of great ideas, and I hope those are implemented throughout the semester. And we appreciate you for stopping by. And you can let the people know how to reach you and how to contact you.
Okay. Well, if you ever need to contact me for anything at all, it can be student government related, Delta State related, not Delta State related, anything, SGA President at deltastate.edu, and I will be in contact with you.
And with this, I bid y'all adieu.
Okay.
Bye-bye.